If you wish to control others, you must first control yourself. It is said the warrior's is the twofold way of pen and sword, and he should have a taste for both ways. You win battles by knowing the enemy's timing, and using a timing which the enemy does not expect. From one thing, know 10,000 things. Truth is not what you want it to be, it is what it is, and you must bend to its power or live a lie. Respect Buddha and the gods without counting on their help. Immature strategy is the cause of grief. Do not regret what you have done. Step by step walk the 1,000-mile road. Perception is strong and sight weak. In strategy it is. The important thing in strategy is to suppress the enemy's useful actions, but allow his useless actions. Though you give up your life, do not give up your honor. Get beyond love and grief. Exist for the good of man. I dreamt of worldly success once. When your opponent is hurrying recklessly, you must act contrarily and keep calm. You must not be influenced by the opponent. When you decide to attack, keep calm and dash in quickly, forestalling the enemy attack with a feeling of constantly crushing the enemy, from first to last. If you know the way broadly, you will see it in everything. 1,000 days of training to develop, 10,000 days of training to polish. You must examine all this well. You may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor. To become the enemy, see yourself as the enemy of the enemy. Observe their attacking order, and go to meet first those who attack first. Think lightly of yourself, and deeply of the world. You should not have a favorite weapon. To become overfamiliar with one weapon is as much a fault as not knowing it sufficiently well. It is difficult to realize the true way just through sword fencing. Know the smallest things and the biggest things, the shallowest things and the deepest things. Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye. Polish your wisdom. Learn public justice. Distinguish between good and evil. Study the ways of different arts one by one. There is even rhythm in being empty. In strategy, it is necessary to treat training as part of normal life with your spirit unchanging. The true science of martial arts means practicing them in such a way that they will be useful at any time, and to teach them in such a way that they will be useful in all things. If you do not control the enemy will control you. The sword has to be more than a simple weapon. It has to be an answer to life's questions. No man is invincible, and therefore no man can fully understand that which would make him invincible. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close, and to take a distanced view of close things. All men are the same except for their belief in their own selves, regardless of what others may think of them. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. Generally speaking, the way of the warrior is resolute acceptance of death. Nobody is strong, and nobody is weak if he conceives of the body, from the head to the sole of the foot, as a unity in which a living mind circulates everywhere equally. It may seem difficult at first, but all things are difficult at first. The ultimate aim of martial arts is not having to use them. When in a fight to the death, one wants to employ all one's weapons to the utmost. I must say that to die with one's sword still sheathed is most regrettable. A man cannot understand the art he is studying if he only looks for the end result without taking the time to delve deeply into the reasoning of the study. Becoming the opponent means you should put yourself in an opponent's place and think from the opponent's point of view. The only reason a warrior is alive is to fight, and the only reason a warrior fights is to win. This is a truth. When you sacrifice your life, you must make fullest use of your weaponry. It is false not to do so, and to die with a weapon yet undrawn. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. Develop intuitive judgment and understanding for everything. Perception is strong and sight weak. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close, and to take a distanced view of close things. Become acquainted with every art. Under the sword lifted high, there is hell making you tremble, but go ahead, and you have the land of bliss. It is difficult to understand the universe if you only study one planet. You can only fight the way you practice. A bullet from a gun does not make a distinction between practice and combat. You are training to be one, and the same way in your life. Today is victory over yourself of yesterday. Tomorrow is your victory over lesser men. The essential is to think that anything you are doing has to become the occasion for slashing. You must examine this well. Know your enemy, know his sword. When you attack the enemy, Your spirit must go to the extent of pulling the stakes out of a wall and using them as spears and halberds. Whatever the way, the master of strategy does not appear fast. If you are not progressing along the true way, a slight twist in the mind can become a major twist. This must be pondered well.